Shout out to the supporters of Tupac Was Lyrical. So Ice Cube said Tupac went too far.
I think he went too far too. Me personally, I ain't got to diss. If I'm mad at you, trust me, I can think of 5 verses for you, just you. I don't have to go at your family and your kin and your kids and, your whole life.
When he created Hit 'Em Up. So what we're going to do right now is give you a quick history lesson, snippets of battles or diss records. And we're going to listen to see how it evolved to a song like Hit 'Em Up. This right here is Kumo D dissing Busy B. This is arguably one of the first battles ever recorded on audio.
Hold on, Busy B, I don't mean to be bold, but put that all did it all bullshit on hold. We gonna get right down to the nitty gritty. Gonna tell you a little something why you ain't shit. It ain't an empty top that you don't hug. You even bitch your name from the love bug. And not a fight a nigga's name, miss some low down shit. Shut up. If you was money, man, you be counterfeit.
It was all in fun. It was a battle. But you heard what Kumo D said. Take that bar, biggity bar bullshit on hold. You know what I mean? Diss records. It's meant to be disrespectful. It's meant to be disrespectful. Now let's get into another one. This is MC Shan going after LL Cool J. The name of this one was called Beat Biter.
Just so happened that we met someplace. I confronted this beat biter face to face. I asked, did he do it? And of course he denied. So I had to say, homeboy, I let that slide. To this here story, there is no end. I'm just waiting for the sucker kid to do it again. I was just so shocked when I heard his cut. I called this girl everything but a sleazebag slut. Beat fighters I devour like a 3-course meal. So be careful next time whose beats you steal. That's not really what this song is about. But if you steal my beats, I'm taking you out.
And let's talk about this very briefly. Going back to the Kumo D Busy B situation. Busy B was a DJ at parties, used to get busy. Busy B ended up saying that he'll take out any MC. He was one of the dopest. He was saying he was one of the dopest rappers or something like that. He was just better than dudes. So Kumo D challenged him. He got on the mic. He said, he gave him his props. He said, Busy B, you definitely rock the crowd, but you ain't got no rhymes. You ain't got no bars. You ain't got none of this and none of this. So that's why Kumo D went at him. So there's a reason to the madness. There's a method to the madness. There's a reason why people do what they do. For MC Shan, the reason why he came at LL Cool J back then, because when LL did Rock the Bells or one of these particular joints, my memory slides me right now, but LL took an MC Shan and Marley Marl beat. And back then, there was a rule in hip-hop. It was called no biting allowed. Craig G said that on the symphony. There's a sign at the door that says no biting allowed. And if you didn't read it, I suggest you do so, or you'll be stranded, just like Caruso. So this is, in hip-hop culture, you had to be unique. You had to come with your own style. So that's why MC Shan came at LL, because he said he stole his beat. Back then, that can lead to fighting. That can lead to certain things. You heard MC Shan said, I call this girl everything but a sleazebag slut. Next time you steal my beats, I'm taking you out. We're evolving to how Hit 'Em Up became Hit 'Em Up. Now let's get into another one real quick.
Down with the sound called BDP. If you want to join the crew, well, you must see me. You can't sound like Shan or the one Marley, because Shan and Marley Marl and my rhyming like the gay. Picking up the mic, man, and don't know what to say. Saying hip hop started out in Queensbridge. Saying lines like that, man, you know them countless. So tell them again, me come to tell them again. Tell them again, me come to tell them again. Tell them again, me come to tell them again. Tell them again, me come to tell them. Manhattan keeps on making it, Brooklyn keeps on taking it, Bronx keeps creating it, and Queens keeps on faking it.
The reason why BDP or KRS-One came after MC Shan and Marley Marl is because they tried to get a deal. They tried to be down with the Juice Crew, and they got dissed by Mr. Magic and all that other stuff, and he was saying, you can't be a part of the Juice Crew and stuff like that. So that's when KRS-One released a song called South Bronx, even though The Bridge Is Over was made first, but he released South Bronx where he started imitating MC Shan. And then MC Shan came out with a song, I should have played it, but MC Shan came out with a song called Kill That Noise. And KRS-One responded back with what you just heard, The Bridge Is Over. Now, The Bridge Is Over was inspiration for Tupac to create Hit 'Em Up. According to Idi Amin, they wanted to make a diss record that tops The Bridge Is Over. So let's get into another one.
Homeboy, hold on, my rhymes are so strong, nothing could go wrong, so why do you prolong songs that ain't strong? Brother, you're dead wrong, ain't got the nerve to have them Star Trek shades on. You can't handle the whole weight, your skin needs lotion, teeth need Colgate. Wise up, you little burnt up French fry, I'm that type of guy.
This right here is LL to the Break of Dawn. This was a response to Kumo D. But on this song, LL went at Hammer, Ice-T, and Kumo D. And in this song, the one Ice Cube used to diss NWA, No Vaseline, and if you hear the sample, now you're getting done without Vaseline, it came from this song. This is a diss record. It's disrespectful. It's elevating. Diss records is elevating. The disses are getting more disrespectful. That's what a diss record is. It's about being disrespectful. Is there a such thing of going too far? Let's get into another one.
Let's get right down to the nitty gritty and talk about a bullshit city. Talking about niggas from Compton, they're no comping, they truly ain't stomping. Tim Dog, a black man's Taz, I'm so bad I whip Superman's ass. All you suckers that riff from the West Coast, I'll diss and spray ass like a roach. You think you're cool with your curls and your shades, I roll thick and you'll be yelling out raid. A hard brother that lives in New York, where suckers are hard and we don't have to talk. Shut your mouth before we come out stomping, hey yo, easy, fuck Compton.
That was Tim Dog. R.I.P. He decided to make a diss record dissing NWA, dissing the city of Compton. That was crazy. I remember when that came out back then, it was just like, it was pure shock value. You talking about disrespect. He took it to another level, pretty much above The Bridge Is Over. And he came after West Coast. Not too many people jumped on the bandwagon with Tim Dog like that. You know what I mean? There's even a story about Tupac saving Tim Dog's life in San Francisco, if I got the story right. But dudes was trying to get at Tim Dog for this diss record. Did Tim Dog go too far? What was the reason to the madness? I just think Tim Dog just didn't respect West Coast hip-hop culture. It's the only thing I could think of. You know what I mean? Because the brothers in the West Coast wasn't coming at New York like that. They wasn't coming at New York MCs like that. Tim Dog decided to do that. Tim Dog decided to say F Compton. And, you know, is it a classic record? Some people would say yeah, some people would say no, some people hate the song, some people love the song. You know what I mean? But did he go too far? But what I'm showing you is the elevation of diss records.
You're getting fucked real quick and easy dick. It's smelling like MC Ren shit. Tried to tell you a year ago, but Willie D told me to let a hoe be a hoe, so I couldn't stop you from getting ganked. Now let's play big bank, take little bank. Try to diss Ice Cube, it wasn't worth it cause the broomstick fits your ass so perfect. Cut my hair, now cut them balls, cause I heard you like giving up the draws.
Now did Ice Cube go too far? Now you're getting done without Vaseline. Like I said, that's from the LL Cool J song To the Break of Dawn. Now you getting without no Vaseline. Like, so did Ice Cube go too far? There's a lot of references to dudes smashing each other. Dudes getting, you know, MC Ren thing smells like Eazy-E, S-H-I-T or something, or it could have been vice versa or whatever he said. But through the whole song on the first verse, mad bars from Ice Cube, suspect, pause type of shit. You know what I mean? Even in the second verse, more suspect and pause type of shit. But it's almost like a double entendre. But he did say a lot of those kind of pause and suspect references. I guess he definitely stuck to the subject matter of now you getting done by no Vaseline, pretty much saying you guys are F-U-C-K. But did Ice Cube go too far? What was Ice Cube's reason to the madness? What was Ice Cube method to the madness? Ice Cube had a falling out with Eazy-E and the rest of the NWA crew. And you know, they started dissing him and all this other stuff. So he dissed them back. They could have took it personal. I'm quite sure that there was some tension in the air. But one thing's for sure, when people say Tupac went too far and hit him up, a lot of people thought Tupac was going to die because of the song Hit Him Up. Tupac didn't die because of the song Hit Him Up. A lot of people just knew it was a volatile, hostile, real blatant, brutal type of diss record because we got familiar with the diss records. Like I personally did, from the Kumo D, from the MC Shan to the KRS-One to the LL Cool J to the Tim Dog. You know, these songs all became before Hit 'Em Up. There's probably some other songs in there, like there was Juice Crew Diss by Cool C. There was some other songs. There was you had Salt and Pepper who dissed Dougie Fresh and Slick Rick. You know what I mean? Then you had the Roxanne Shanté, the real Roxanne, UTFO. Rest in peace, Kango Kid. You know, you had quite a few diss records in there, and they was all disrespectful. Tupac felt he got dudes try to kill him, and he felt like Biggie didn't tell him. He felt like Biggie kept some information from him. Whatever it was that Tupac, he felt like that. And then when he goes to prison, and then they drop a song called Who Shot Ya, then Tupac comes out with Hit 'Em Up. So did he go too far? I really don't think so. I think Tupac went according to how diss records go, and it was just real personal. For every person that made a diss record, it was rather personal to them. For Kumo D, it was personal to him because Busy B said he was better than any rapper. So Kumo D stepped up to the challenge. MC Shan thought it was personal when LL took his beat. KRS-One took it personal when they got disrespected on live radio by Mr. Magic and the crew. LL, he was just one of those. Him and Kumo D had their little squabble, whatever the case may be. Was it personal or was it hip hop? That right there could have been more hip hop than personal. I don't know how tight those brothers is. You ain't gonna see too many pictures of LL and Kumo D, but them brothers is older now. I'm sure they ain't, at each other's throats like that. But back then, it was ugly. Then you got Ice Cube, the falling out that he had with NWA, that was very personal. He lost money, all that, and you see what he was saying. You see what he said about the dude Jerry Heller. And for Tupac, it was personal for him. And then whatever came out after Hit 'Em Up, from Ether to all these other diss records that came out after it. There's an elevation. There's a video already out there, but I just hope y'all see that there's a certain elevation in diss records. It elevated at that point from 1981 to 1996. Diss records elevated. And we cannot leave out, like, during the course of time, how hip hop was becoming real vulgar. NWA was like one of the first ones to really do that. Get real vulgar. Even, Tim Dog got real vulgar with that. And a lot of just, the vulgarity, a lot of it was violence, a lot of gunplay, it was a lot of misogynist. A lot of stuff was already in hip hop. So when you just add on diss records, how can you say that Tupac went too far when all mad rappers was just going too far? Not all of them, but mad rappers was going too far with the things that they was saying. Even if it was a diss record, dudes was just talking about, I'll shoot you this way, I'll do you this way. I mean, come on, we heard what DMX said in 1998, if you got a daughter older than 15, and you know the rest of that. You know what I mean? You heard what Biggie said. You heard some of the, don't you know my nigga Gutter kidnapped? There's no need to finish the line. Did Biggie go too far? Dudes be saying some outlandish things in hip hop, but to say Tupac went too far in a diss record and did not acknowledging why he went far, quote unquote too far, that's just kind of wrong. That's just kind of disrespectful to his legacy. That's disrespectful to how hip hop diss records are patterned. The standard of a diss record And it just seems like it's more personal, like perhaps Ice Cube, even though he shows love, I really don't like Tupac. But I didn't really want to get involved in that argument, that debate, or that discussion. I just wanted to show you the elevation of diss records, and shit, I hope y'all learned something, because I damn sure did. I'ma holla at you. Tupac was lyrical.